Run only as fast as I can, but my mind is free to sail across terabytes of reality, to soar above a pixel land in a rocket ship. The 9999 made of megabits. Ladies and gentlemen, leave the world and bring your friends. Step inside and close the door. Shut it out, plug it in, press start and we're flying. No use for your wars, it's love. We build digital castles in the sky as we float on timeless satellites, 'cause virtual is where we live.
Alright, we got Santa Boom versus Storm Mesa 4, but it's really just a Storm Mesa 4 video because Santa Boom isn't like some sort of superhero during Storm Mesa 4. This is the... I don't know the name of this entry. It's the entry of awesome. Look at all those Spirit Mage missiles. I basically told everyone to bring a Spirit Mage just because it makes it beautiful. That's on the breach there on the east side of this. Look at there. We had a couple deaths over there. That's just sort of that random luck. Sometimes you breach in and it just doesn't work out so well. So this is going to be one of those Storm Mesas that just takes a long time. Is there high risk here? Well, there's not high risk, but it is higher risk than Storm Mesa 2 for the reward you get, which is honor badges. I mean, who wants honor badges? I mean, I don't really do this Storm Mesa very often. I do think it's a fun one to do. You just have everyone bring Spirit Mages and everyone send the magic missiles out. And you got double Orcsbane here, so it's going to be always low risk. And that's... I don't normally have double Orcsbane, but Mr. Miyagi's in on this, and he's got an Orcsbane, I got an Orcsbane. And we got probably 2 Minnows, which might be overkill. Probably only need 1. And else you probably only need 2 or 3 Cupids. I always like having 4 Pumpkin Dukes just in case one dies in on that breach there, but I don't think we had any Pumpkin Dukes die off here. It's really hard to tell with everyone how clustered they are right now, and you can see how the magic missiles flying everywhere. And fireworks, do they come out every 7 seconds? You see some fireworks every now and then there. Both fireworks hit the left-west boss there, and every now and then the fireworks will split off. One will hit each boss, but again, they're not doing a lot of damage. They're not doing crazy high DPS, but it is helping getting that boss damage down just a little bit, so once we do get over to the green boss, that green boss dies pretty quick. And you know, this is one of those ones, again, it's sort of like a nail biter. It's like we must have lost a Pumpkin Duke out of those 3 heroes. See those 3 gravestones right there? I'm just kind of guessing one of those is a Pumpkin Duke, because this damage per second that we're doing here, the time that this Storm Mesa is taking, just feels like it feels like we're light because we don't have that 1 extra attack speed boost, but really hard to tell. It just feels that way to me. And you can see there it starts to the main team is on the north boss there. He's going down super fast, but look at this time left, guys. 35 seconds here, and we pretty much have what, 3/4 of one green boss left to do. And yeah, we're going to get him down. We're going to get him down unless he stuns, right? Does he get a stun off? Now, we don't have risk of dying because we got the double Orcsbane, and there we go. Alright, looks like Stalker nails the purple box. What's in the box, Doc? What's in the box, man? Alright, one more Storm Mesa 4 here, and here we're going to switch it up here. We're going to shift our whole line down a little bit, but we're still going to do that southeast wall strategy. And by the way, the reason I do the southeast wall strategy, and the reason that folks do it is this. So what happens is once the teams land into the Storm Mesa, what happens is the 2 bosses, the south boss and the east boss, die, and all the teams, all 4 teams, pretty much 100% guaranteed, always go to the middle boss. At that point, all the teams will be together, and they focus on the middle boss there, and they take out the middle boss, and then they can split kind of randomly to the last 2 bosses. But then it's at a point where you're going to kill those last 2 bosses so fast that it doesn't matter that the team split up. Okay, and here we lost 3 heroes over on the east side. That's the downside of this strategy. Sometimes that east side is a little bit nastier than you want it to be, and it can take out a couple heroes, and it certainly did. It took out a couple heroes that pathed over there. And so the way to get around that is put 2 teams more in the south and the one right to the right of it, and then 1 team in the far east and one right below it, and have a little bit of a gap between the 2 teams. That's the way to solve that problem. And anyways, you can see how the magic mist was flying off. I did have everyone bring Spirit Mage, but it looks like we probably lost one, maybe lost a Pumpkin Duke. So this is going to be one of those. This is going to be one of those SMs where it's like going to be tight. It's going to be a nail biter, and every now and then there's that clutch win, and this is certainly one of those. Now here the problem is, there's no one over there on that east boss. This reflects the downside of the strategy that we are using. So you almost always want to have 2 over on that east boss and 2 on that south boss, but you don't want to put all 4 of them straight in a row like we did. So that's not good, because what's going to happen is when this center boss dies, the teams can split randomly, meaning 3 heroes can go to the west boss, 3 heroes can go to the east boss, 3 heroes can go to the north boss, blah, blah, blah. And it's not good, because if the wrong combination of heroes gets sent over to a boss after it dies, then that's going to pose a problem, because that team could wipe, slowing down the whole entire SM. So that's why how this SM4 went, you know, isn't ideal. I guess that's the best way to say it. It's not ideal. Again, it looks like, yeah, we lost 4 heroes there plus 1 in the south. I mean, that's pretty random. That almost never happens, even with unideal placement. So you can see 2 split off to the west there. We lost a Pumpkin Duke and a Druid, but they're probably going to be okay. So whenever a Druid goes over to a boss, they're most like they're going to be fine, because these green bosses, they don't tank like super hard, and you know, having a Pumpkin Duke tank is not necessarily a bad thing, because that means that Pumpkin Duke's going to get tons of aggro, tons of stacks, and that's what's really probably what saved us. You know, if it was just Druid and like a Orc's Bane or something over there, we, you know, probably would have lost this one. Because look at this clock, guys, 23 seconds, 20 seconds. It's going down here quickly, and we don't got a lot of DPS here. This is kind of like a fail, an SM4 fail, or should have been a fail. Is it a fail? We'll find out, but I mean, this is one of those ones where you shouldn't win because he kind of did a stupid breach. I'm not saying this Southeast wall breach is perfect, by the way. I don't typically do SM4. Look at 0 seconds and boom, he dies. I'm freezing it right here just for suspense. Do we win or do we lose? Boom, here it is, victory. Oh, breach win. I mean, definitely, obviously, we lucked out there. That just shows that this strategy isn't perfect, and just sometimes that random number generator gets you, and you get screwed. So as always, keep it dirty and dirty up.